direction, picking it up and ready for action. And this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who try to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. So anyone who try to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. 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 This is my world now.
Tell me, is this thing on now? I've been working long like a marathon now. Tying up words, making them a bomb now. Tell me, who turned on the alarm now? I got a message when they put it in a song now. I'll see you later, all the haters got it wrong now. We're touching the lightning, we're coming alive, yeah. We feel it inside, yeah. We got the power. Yeah. Come on. We got the power. Yeah. Turn it up. We got the power. Come on, is everybody with me? It's time to get together, no more enemies. Throw your hands up, can you feel the energy?
call me. If you're finding that the words are falling short, if you wonder what to call me, if you wonder what to call me, you can call me king. You can call me king of the world. You can call me king. You can call me king of the world. You can call me king. Come on, you can try to come at me. In a second you'll be wondering what's happening. Whoa, whoa, on your knees and you're begging for mercy. Your own blood tells you that you're unworthy. Whoa, whoa. If you wonder what to call me, if you're finding that the words are falling short, if you wonder what to call me, if you wonder what to call me, you can call me king. You can call me king of the world. You can call me king. You can call me king of the world. Everybody's gonna see, bow down, bow down. This is my destiny, destiny. Here comes a king. Everybody's gonna see, bow down, bow down. This is my destiny, destiny. Here comes a king. You can call me king. You can call me king of the world. You can call me king. You can call me king of the world. You can call me king. You can call me king of the world. You can call me king. You can call me king of the world. You can call me king.
Good afternoon, Raider Nation. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another week of Raiders football. Today I have a very special guest. You may know him as number 56 in your program, but he was number 1 in our hearts. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest commentator for today, Remy Coleman.
Thank you, Tommy. I appreciate that lovely introduction. Thanks for getting me to assist commentary today. Absolutely sensational spot this afternoon. This is one of the better stadiums in the league. Sun's coming down, feels good.
Absolutely. So now this is also going to be another really interesting matchup due to the fact that obviously, you know, Sydney Uni and the Raiders, we always have a bit of a history when it comes to these type of games, but coming from a loss from Sydney Uni against us the last time that they played us, I have a feeling they're going to be firing out. And of course, you know, like we said, when it comes to Sydney Uni and the Raiders, it's, you know, it's as a tale as old as time, as they say.
This is the rivalry in the league. You know, tip of the cap, obviously, that there's some hard-fought games with UTS on both sides, but this is the big one. Looking forward to it. There's a certain intensity. I think walking around the ground earlier, you get the sense that this means a lot to the guys on both sidelines.
Absolutely. So as we're getting ready for the opening coin toss, just a little bit of a recap from last week. The Raiders coming off a very big win against the Nepean Ducks. We ended up coming away with a win 52-0. Whereas Sydney Uni, unfortunately, coming away from the loss. So they lost against UTS, which was 26-10. So I think Uni are going to be a little bit hungry coming out tonight. All right, so the officials have called for the captains. So white hatting tonight's game, we have Dave Schneider. Very well-known ref. Also played for the Northern Sydney Predators back in the day, actually. There's too many teams with the North Sydney. All right, so we're making our way. Okay, so we're getting ready for the coin toss, which will happen momentarily. Alright. So Dave just having a bit of a chat with the guys about safety and making sure that we're all on the same page. It looks like... Okay, so the ends have been shown. Okay, so it looks like we won the toss, and it looks like we've elected to receive. All right, so Raiders will be starting with the ball. Okay. All right, so as you can see, the Raiders faithful all collecting together. Some motivational words from one of our leaders in the defense. So for those watching at home, you may or may not have heard some colourful language. We do apologise. But it's all for fun. It's all passion. Can never go wrong. All right, so as we get ready for the opening kickoff, Sydney Uni kicking left to right on your screen. So some key players I think we need to look for on the Raiders offense. We have Taylor Burke, who's number 5. Oh, no, apologies. No, it looks like we are kicking off. Oh, there you go. I actually thought we were on kick return, but there you go.
So far, so good.
So, looks like we'll be... I think we might have actually won the toss, but we have the second half option. That makes it a little bit more. All right. And we've got Rusty lining up for the kick. And we are underway, ladies and gentlemen. Nice booming kick. Coming down. And it looks like it's a great stop. All right, so Uni starts, which looks like they're going to start on their 25-yard line.
Big move to defer, I think. It shows confidence that you're going to come out and make a stop straight away.
Absolutely. Well, the fact that this defense hasn't had anyone score on them thus far, they are a pretty aggressive defense. They run a modified 4-2. I think it's going to be a good battle for today. All right. So, okay, here we go. 1st and 10. And it looks like Sydney Uni coming out of a twin receiver set. Okay, just waiting for the officials to spot the ball. Okay, and here we go. Clock's in now. Quarterbacking for Sydney Uni is Hayden Gifford. All right, receiver in motion. And it looks like it's a straight run.
I think they got about a yard on that one.
Couple of yards on that one. And it looked like it was stopped by number 21, Jerry Key. Brings up 2nd and 8. Okay. Give scanning the defense now. Dropping back. And a short catch. But the defense has just swarmed to the ball right there. Which brings up 3rd down. So that was a really good coverage play from the defense, but a really good catch from the offense as well.
Strong, yeah. Strong catch. Came back to the ball, fought for it.
That's one
Early
thing we've
3rd
always
down.
heard. If you're receiving, you're getting the ball, you got to get that ball. Brings up 3rd down. All right, and the handoff. And it might be enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, they've signalled it. That's a 1st down.
And, yep, brings up a fresh set of downs. 1st down for Sydney Uni. So that was a good couple of quick plays just to start off the series, I think. Nice solid run. Brings up a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10. All right, receiver in motion. Looking for a deep pass. Rolls it out. Oh, just out of the fingertips. So I think the Raiders defense just dodged a bullet there very, very, very ever so slightly. Okay. So it looks like Uni coming out of their no huddle again. So Uni are very notorious for coming out of no huddle. Brings up 2nd down. And it's a
Breaking the blitz.
And they gave him a bit of a scramble. Oh, and it looks like we might have a flag on the play, I believe. Nope, no flag. So we reckon that there might have been an ineligible player downfield. Oh, yes, there is a flag on the field.
Sun currently obscuring view a little.
Just due to the sun, but we should be down momentarily. So it looks like, for those watching at home, Sydney Uni had an ineligible player downfield. So what that basically means is you have to have a certain amount of players that are able to catch and run down the field. So an ineligible player is usually an offensive lineman, and so that brings it back 10 yards, replay the down. Okay. Uni. Third and 15. Receiver in motion. And it looks like Gift's scanning the field. Bit of pressure. Throw the ball.
And
It's picked off, ladies and gentlemen. And that's the Raiders defense that we know and love, baby. So, just short of a touchdown. Again, that was solid defense. Really well read, really well timed.
Yeah, that ball kind of floated up there, spinning sideways. Can't have that. Good return. Offense set up well.
So now this should be an easy punch in for our offense. Alright, so coming out in a 3 receiver set. It's a straight hand up. And that looks like
No signal yet.
and it looks like he's a little short, which brings up 2nd and goal. Okay, it looks like we're getting a new running back in. It looks like we're getting Jet Key in, Jerry Key, number 21. All right, brings up 2nd and goal. And it's a straight hand up off the middle. And he's still short. That's a very impressive stop from Sydney Uni. Brings up 3rd and goal now. Okay, so we've got some personnel changing. Oh, and it looks like... Oh, we thought there was a flag there, but no flag. All right, brings up 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Okay, Hazlitt's scanning the field. Makes an adjustment to the line.
Sticking with 4 receivers.
Dropping back. It's a short dump off.
Missed him on the slant.
Oh, there you go. And it brings up 4th and goal.
What do you do here, Tom?
Well, look, if you're pretty much within the 5-yard line, I would say I would give it to your best running back.
Given the way the D's play, you'd want to go for it.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I would say that the way that the defense has been rolling, yeah, I would say hand it off to your best running back, score an easy, bit of rumble stumble. I'm a big fan of the rumble stumble, Remy, as an ex-lineman. All right, dropping back. Hazlitt scrambling. And that looks like it's a touchdown, Raiders.
Outstanding.
That was a solid play. All right, so now looks like we're going to go for the PAT. And again, for those who are watching at home, PAT stands for point after touchdown. Okay, clock's in, going for the PAT. All right, Hazlitt. All right, so Raiders lining up in that trip set to the right, lone receiver to the left. And it's nice little speed toss. And PAT no good. Looks like he was just short. All right. So it looks like this game's going to be a bit of a high-intensity game, I would say, Remy.
Yeah, early turnover. 4th down on goal. So far, pretty good footy.
Now, if you were Sydney Uni, would you try and make any changes at this point, or would you just stick to the game plan?
I think they came out. They looked pretty good to start with. I think they clearly want to run the ball. They had a couple of successful runs there. I think you've got quick ends, so they're going between the tackles. I think I think if I'm Uni, I probably want to stay with that and see if we can get some early gains. I mean, look, having said that, it's early still. Let's see this thing play out. But definitely you can tell that D-line is they're firing off and they'll want to get in the backfield. So might be some opportunity for some draws as well.
Absolutely. All right, Rusty looking to kick it deep yet again. And again, a nice big deep kick.
Yeah, that's a good kick, that one.
All right, Uni coming back to return. And another great stop.
The ball's loose.
Oh,
Was he down? I think we need to get a decision on this.
No,
tackle,
so they were
down
saying
with the ball. Okay.
down by contact. But
again,
great pressure from the defense.
The sun is obscuring view just a little. I'm waiting for another couple of minutes till that thing goes behind the shed so we can start seeing this thing a little more clearly.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, so Uni looks like they're going to be starting on their 15 yards.
Got to say, the Sydney Uni uniforms, fantastic. This is the best Uni I can remember seeing. The black at home looks good.
Absolutely, and it's actually for a Black Dog Institute. Oh, receiver in motion.
Oof.
And a very short to little to no gain, I would say. That was great rappage by the
counter or
defensive line.
misdirection there, and it's just that one moment was enough for the Raiders to get in the backfield and make the hit.
Absolutely. That brings up second down now. Okay, and it looks like it's another run again. Oh, he's got some room. Oh, that was a good gain. Brings up a new set of downs. First down.
They're running power far greater than they are the misdirection. If I'm Uni, I just stick with it. Just keep running between the tackles.
Absolutely. What's the old adage? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. All right. So they come up with a wider set now. First down. All right, Gift scanning the field yet again. And it's another handoff. And again, that's a good stop. And that looks like it was number 42, who is junior. So he was one of our recent guys who came over from the Rebels. Has been a really big impact player for us as well.
Came over from receiver, didn't he, Tommy?
He came over from receiver, and because of his speed, we've now moved him as a defensive lineman. And he's got not only speed, but he's got great hands as well.
Yeah, watching him in warm-ups, guy's got a quick first step, and it's already creating a few issues that we've seen.
Absolutely. And it looks like it's actually coming back. So it looks like there was a holding penalty on that one. So it looks like it was a holding on one of the offensive linemen for Uni. So that brings him back to 10 yards. Repeat first down.
A few penalties on Uni so far.
Yeah. And again, you know, as ex-linemen, you and I both know those are coach killers on both sides of the ball. All right. Receiver in motion. And Gift going deep. Oh, and another pick. That, ladies and gentlemen,
Field position again for the Raiders.
That was fantastic field position. I was anticipating the long ball that I actually panned to see if the receiver could catch the long ball. Clearly, I just got to keep my eye on the ball.
Did you see who pulled that pick there, Tommy?
My guess is it's probably going to be one of either Matt Hull or Seb Riley. Matt Hull and Seb Riley are local celebrities when it comes to pick sixes in the backfield. And you know, we have a nickname for Matt Hull, which is Matty Too Cool Hull, because he's just cool as ice. All right, Raiders coming out of a 2x2 set. First down. Hazlitt scanning the field. Dropping back. Bit of pressure. And incomplete pass. So that was actually a good rush from the defensive line from Sydney Uni. Uni have a very good history of having really good pass rushing. So this brings up 2nd and 10 now. And looks like we've got a bit of personnel swapping around. And we're lining up with the 3 receivers set to the right. And a lone receiver to the left. Alright, Hazlitt dropping back. And it's a handoff. And doesn't look like it was gained for much, I would say. It may have been 1 or 2 yards for that one, I would say.
It's another run to the right. Hasn't been a whole lot there yet. Definitely seemed committed to continuing to chip away at that.
Yeah, Uni have been pretty good when it's been coming to the run stop. Having said that, Uni also have a good history of having a really good run stop defense as well.
They definitely do.
So this now brings up 3rd down. Hazlitt dropping back. Oh, has some room. Oh, and just out of the reach of Rustrum Todd, unfortunately. That's a real kicker.
Yeah, Russ doesn't miss too many of those. There was a bit of green in front of him there. I thought for a moment he was going to...
Well, yeah, if I was as, if I was as fit as I was back in the day, absolutely, mate. That would be a rumble stumble special. But obviously thinking to go for the safe option with Rusty.
You're a natural athlete, Tommy. Don't...
My mum says I'm cool. All right, here we go. Brings up 4th down. So we got that 2x2 set.
Love the call to go for it on 4th.
Okay. Clark scanning a bit of the defense. And this is where Clark gets quite lethal, where he's able to pick defenses apart. All right. Dropping back.
He's got some pressure.
Oh, he's got some pressure. Throws on the run. And that looks like it's a catch. And it looks like that brings up 1st down. So that brings up 1st and goal for the Raiders. And again, who did we say? Rustrum Todd. Brings up 1st and goal for the Raiders.
Got to think this is a run here.
And
oh, no.
Oh!
Play action
and wide open, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And that was to Mr. Kingsley Dennison.
Kings, of course, in his 32nd season with the Raiders.
There's a reason they call Kingsley Mr. Reliable. Because without a doubt, he will be there. All right. So that now brings up the score. Raiders 12, Uni 0. We are going for the PAT. Alrighty. So again, Raiders coming out of that 2x2 set. And Hazlitt scanning the field. Receiver in motion. Whoa! Oh! And that looks like it's going to be a penalty on Sydney Uni. So for those watching at home, the opposing player grabbed one of our players' face cage. And that is a big no-no, ladies and gentlemen. Any point of contact with the helmet is considered a face cage or a face mask, and it's an automatic 15-yard penalty. However, because this is a PAT, it's probably going to be assessed on the kickoff. Ooh!
Looks like he's waved it off.
Ooh, okay. That's controversial.
Yeah. All right, well, 6-point score. Prepare for kickoff.
Absolutely. And while we're waiting for the kickoff, we also just wanted to take the time to thank our wonderful sponsors. Without our sponsors, we wouldn't have any of the live streaming that you can hear and see today. But most importantly, one of our sponsors is also our uniforms as well. Coconut Productions. Lecky and Marley have done a fantastic job kitting us out, not only in just our uniforms, but our merch as well. Another big special thank you to Power Potential for all our recovery needs, the Lakes Hotel, Main Logistics, and Bridge Media. And it looks like Rusty is ready to kick off yet again. And that Sun is now getting into a little bit of a better position for us. Okay, another great kick. Oh. And a really
Strong.
good recovery and nice defensive pursuit. So I have a feeling, Rami, this is going to be pretty much a battle of the defenses for
It definitely
this
looks to be so far. Good D-line play on both sides. I mean, we're obviously seeing that that's resulting in interceptions for the Raiders, but Lions look pretty staunch on D-line themselves.
Absolutely.
Love a good defensive matchup. So far, so good. Also, strong kickoff. Rusty's putting him deep, and the kick chase then, that was a good result for the Raiders.
All right, so it brings up 1st and 10 for Sydney Uni. And they come out with a double tight set. So it looks, my chances are they're most likely going to be running the ball, I would say, for this. Okay, and it's a
another
handoff.
inside. Yeah.
He is just a very angry runner by the looks of it.
They got some size on that O-line. Those tackles in particular.
Absolutely.
Very big men.
So that brings it up to 2nd down now. So usually we would be able to tell the exact down and distance. However, the chains are actually on our sideline this week. So we do apologize for that, but we will try our best to try and give you the most accurate placing. All right. 2nd down. We got a receiver in motion. And it looks like it's another handoff. Going up the middle. And stopped just before the 1st down marker, I believe.
Yeah, the Raiders linebackers are keying that well, but the interior alignment of the Lions are doing a good job of getting some push and driving and getting that downfield. They're getting, what are we looking at on that one? 3 yards? 4 yards?
I believe so. Oh, and it looks like it was a fresh set of downs. So there you go.
All right. The sun is almost beyond our eyes, and we could probably get a little bit sharper with our assessments.
All right, 1st down. And dropping back to pass. Going deep. Oh.
That was almost number 3.
All right, so brings up 2nd down for Sydney Uni. So that was actually really good protection from the Uni offensive line and good patience from a young quarterback, Hayden Gifford. All right. So linebackers look like they're keying off for that inside run. And it's a handoff. And that was a perfectly timed.
Yeah, much better result there. You got the linebackers hitting the A gaps, filling those holes that they've been gashed on previously. I think we'll see more of that, and it'll be interesting to see what Uni do as a response. Good linebacker play.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I've been told that it's now 3rd down, and again, we're just going by what we've just been told. So if you were Uni, would you run or pass in this situation? Oh, and that's a free play for Uni, unfortunately. So one of our defensive players was in the encroachment area, which is now a 5-yard penalty. But from the looks of it, I believe we are 3rd and 11. So that should still be 3rd down. There we go. So it is now 3rd and about 5. Again, bringing in that heavy O-line. All right. Receiver in motion. It's drawing back. It's got plenty of room. Oh! And a huge sack. And that And that is from Jerry the Jet Key, ladies and gentlemen, number 21.
Fast off that edge. We talked about it before.
That was great hands, great speed, and also great patience for breaking down as well. Especially with quarterbacks like Hayden Gifford, who are very elusive when they're on the run. So being able to maintain and break down when you're making that tackle, always a bonus as well. So this now brings up 4th down.
Good just to get some hits on him.
And it looks like they brought out their punting. Alright. And ball's gone. And we've got Junior in the back. He's going. He's got some space. Ooh! Ooh! Made some contact. And managed to make a completion for about 10 yards. All right, that was a great return and a great series from the UNSW Raiders defense.
Junior showing his versatility there by jumping from D-line to returner.
Absolutely. That's why we said he started off as a receiver. Now, looks like there's a bit of a conference happening with the coaches. So I have a feel. Oh, okay. So looks like after the play, there was an block in the back from the return team, which is us. So it's a 15-yard penalty. So we still get the ball, but it now is just a 15-yard penalty. So again, one of these penalties we consider coach killers. Just little mental errors, but once you tighten up, it hopefully should be a little bit different. All right, so comes up 1st and 10 for the Raiders. All right, Hazlitt with a handoff to Key, finding some room. And a good gain for, I would say, probably about 5 yards, 6 yards.
Yeah, I think we're looking at 6 yards there, Tommy.
And again, Jerry Key is one of those players, you give the ball to him and we call him the magician. Sometimes you see him, sometimes you don't. Brings up 2nd down. All right, Uni stack in the box. And, nice quick pass to Mitchell Sawyer, number 87.
Number 5 on Sydney Uni. I think he touched that. So good adjustment by Sawyer to get it.
And it brings up another fresh set of downs for the UNSW Raiders. So again, you've got that good connection between Clark Hazlitt and Mitch Sawyer. They also play together in the German League. All right, so Raiders coming out of a 2x2 set. Well, Clark sees something, get another check off. All right, and it's another run by Jet Key. And again, he's a really good rumble-stumble type of running back. So that brings up 2nd and
short.
2nd and 2.
1, 2. That was pretty assertive there. They stacked the box and he's changed into an inside run. That's throwing the gauntlet down there.
Absolutely, and then you have those pulling guards as well to add a bit more protection. Ooh, okay. Good discipline from the defense, not jumping. So, Raiders getting a check off. And it's another handoff. And it looks like he made end of forward of progression.
Yeah, that's right on where we're sitting there. That should be a 1st down.
And brings up ooh. Oh, there we go. So it is 1st down. All right, so Sydney Uni call their first timeout for the half.
Just want to come back to those uniforms. Sydney Uni look good.
I got to tell you, and it's all for a good cause too as well. So the reason why Sydney Uni aren't in their traditional yellow and blue, They're actually showcasing and highlighting men's health for the Black Dog Institute. So this is a limited edition uniform, I do believe. So, but again, like you said, it looks very styling. It looks pretty badass, and it's also for a good cause too. Oh, okay. Apologies. So we actually thought that it was. So it looks like it's going to be 3rd and 1, not first down.
Ref giving some direction to the chain crew.
And side judge is Matt Fordham. All right, so after that timeout, it's 3rd and 1 for the UNSW Raiders. And actually, it looks like it is the end of the first quarter, which brings us into the second quarter now. I mean, that's how it usually goes anyway.
I was going to say, Tommy.
Not my finest moment. Not my finest moment. The joys of just being a offensive lineman for as long as I have been. I may or may not have CTE, but we can work on that. So, 3rd and 1. All right, 3rd and 1, and the Raiders coming out with a trip set close to camera with a lone receiver far camera. All right, and looks like it's a handoff. Oh,
That's going to be close.
that's going to be very, very close. And we got a couple of people signaling.
Body language from Sydney Uni indicates they're pretty confident in that. We've got a guy still down.
So it looks like it's 4th and 1. And it looks like we've actually got a UNSW player
That's Stephen
down.
Armstrong down currently.
So he might have twisted his ankle during that play or have someone land on him. And this is one thing you obviously don't want to see. You don't want to see anyone be hurt too badly. So we've got UNSW staff currently having a look at him now. And it looked like we didn't make any gain for that, so it's still 4th and 1. And looks like he's walking off by himself, which is a good sign, as they say.
Yeah, that's an ankle from the look of that. Get that man some strapping tape and some painkillers.
So we're hoping that we'll be able to see him back soon. But returning back to the action, we have 4th and 1, UNSW ball. Again, lining out of that 3 receiver set close to camera with lone receiver in the back. And looks like it's a run, and that looks like it's going to be a first down. And again, hey diddle diddle, jet key up the middle. Oh,
A little bit of argy-bargy here, Tommy.
it always does get a little bit physical here.
Argle-bargle. Up
And
until this point, it's been pretty clean. I mean, look, over the years, obviously, these two teams, we've seen some some games out there with a little bit of bad blood. This one's been pretty tidy up until this point.
yeah, I think a lot of teams don't. Oh, going for a quick play.
snap.
Hazlitt.
That's a deep one.
Oh, unlucky.
No
But
flags.
as Remy was saying, you know, the history between these two clubs, it does get very heated. It is all for, you know, it's all for afterwards. We can all still have a beer afterwards, but just again, I think it also brings healthy competition as well. So the fact that we're able to, you know, still be competitive.
These two teams push each other. I know that, you know, in the years that I played, Uni would always had the edge on us, and it definitely motivated us kind of all during the season and certainly during the off season. But I guess during the matchup itself, geez, those things got gritty.
Oh yes.
So props to both teams and both staff for keeping it clean up until this point.
Absolutely. And so it looks like it was coming back for a holding call on us by the looks of it. And so now they've got three receivers on the top far. And ball is dropped, unfortunately. So Sydney Uni secondary really making our receivers work for it.
Yeah, they're playing pretty tight so far. Had some early success on the slant. They're kind of waiting on that.
All right, and so now we're just getting a new ball brought in. So that brings up second down. Bringing up second down. As they're looking to pass. And it's picked off, ladies and gentlemen.
Big response from the Sydney Uni sideline.
I think they might be a little bit excited about that.
Might be an unsportsman.
I have a feeling it's probably going to be a penalty on Uni.
They went back that same play. They wanted to hit that.
So because it happened after the play, so it looks like it will still be Sydney Uni's ball, but it'll be a 15-yard penalty if that's the case. So for those watching at home, you can't do any excessive celebration, so like spiking the ball, throwing the ball, or just general taunting to the other team. It's considered an unsportsmanlike. So I think that's what the officials are assessing now. Okay. And so Dave Schneider just having a chat with the defense. Or with the offense. No, sorry, with the defense, yep. And yeah, so there we go. So it was unsportsmanlike conduct, taunting. Okay. Okay. So after that brings up 1st and 10 for Sydney Uni. Okay, and looks like it's a handoff. And really good stop from the Raiders D-line. Alright, so it brings up 2nd down. Alright, Raiders looking to keep that mentality. Alright. And it looks like it's probably going to be an inside run again, I would say. And there it is. Oh! How unfortunate is that? He ran into his own player. So that's going to be a tackle for loss, unfortunately. Plus side, though, at least his teammate does get a stat on that one. So I think the Raiders D dodged a bullet on that one.
He lost a yard or two on that.
If he had just stepped one more step to the outside, I think he would have gone for a bit of a more positive gain. So this brings up 3rd down now.
This will be 3rd down.
And it's a run. Oh. And that was great pressure from the defensive line. And again, we've got Junior down there, and we have Jamal Sinapati as well. Now, for anyone who knows, Jamal Sinapati is son of Ben Sinapati, who has a very big legacy up in Queensland football. Oh, it looks like there's a flag on the play, and it looks like this is going to be after. We've got... Oh, no, and that's on the Raiders, unfortunately. So that's a dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct, 15-yard penalty. So my guess is after that, someone has mentioned or said something that they shouldn't have to the official or to the players. And again, that's just a dumb That's a dumb mistake from the UNSW team. So that brings up a fresh set of downs for Uni. And like I was saying, Remy, those type of penalties are just absolute coach killers. They kill momentum.
The chain gang still have this as 4th down.
So
4th down. Confirming 4th down. No, 1st down. All right.
Yep,
We've
there we
had
go.
There we are. Okay.
I've just been told as well that we have about 5 minutes remaining in the half. All right. We've got a running back fairly deep. My guess is it's going straight to him. False start. Oh, and that might be a late hit as well.
Yeah, really interested to see whether that's just offside or whether they're going to give Uni the additional hit.
So from...
Jeez, he comes out of his brakes quick.
Oh, he does. He does.
Brakes off the line.
Number 50, that's O'Neill. So, by the looks of it, I have a feeling, though, it may have been a offensive lineman from Sydney Uni jumping first. However, there might be a penalty on the defense from hitting the quarterback late.
Haven't made a decision on it yet.
So, and if that's the case, they might be offsetting penalties. So they blew the whistle, but however, O'Neill was still had a lot of momentum. So
yeah, there's been a few of these. Refs definitely taken their time to get some of these right. I mean, we're on the Raiders sideline, so obviously we get the benefit of the reaction. But in terms of trying to make sure that they are all cohesive and seeing it the same way, what's the call?
So it did say false start on the offense and encroachment on the defense. So those penalties are offsetting, and I believe that it's just the replay of down.
Yeah, pardon me, I'm getting
But as you said, I think it's important that these officials do get it right. And if it does mean taking a little bit more time to discuss that, you know, it's also beneficial for both sides of the ball. All right, so that brings up a replay of 1st and 10 for Sydney Uni.
All right.
And now hopefully our defensive line just turn the ears off and just watch the ball. Uni in motion, dropping back. And a nice wrap up by Jacob Barrett, bringing up 2nd down and about 5.
Good open field tackle.
Absolutely. He didn't bite on the sail route going out with him. Little bubble routes, you know, sometimes the key to, you know, just getting yards. And if you can get yards, you know, any way you can, that's the best way you can. So it brings up 2nd and 5. And it's a run. And that's another good stop. So it looks like he had a gain of about 2 or 1. No, 1 yard. So that brings up 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. All right, and so now from here, defense is starting to get a little bit jumpy, so they need to be vigilant. They need to be able to watch that ball. 3rd down. Okay, there we go. Defense didn't jump. Uni were looking for a freeze call. And it's a handoff. And that
Looks like a 1st down.
I believe that is a 1st down for Uni. So a couple of broken tackles there.
Good job sealing the defensive end there. There was space to run on that left side.
Absolutely. All right, so this brings up 1st and 10. Okay, so again, they come out in that heavy O-line set. And drop it back. Looking. And it
That's a
looks...
reception.
That looks like he's a reception, but it looks like he was short. Oh, okay. Looks like it's starting to get a little bit heated now. We could hear some of the coaches from the sideline, telling them to shut up. Okay, so that looks like it's 1st and goal for Sydney Uni. That was a good open field catch. And it looks like the Raiders have called a timeout. Oh, actually, no, apologies. There's a Sydney Uni player that's injured.
Injury timeout, Tommy.
And he's making his way off the field, so it looks like he should be fine. All right, so now this brings up 1st and goal for Sydney Uni. With about probably, I would say about 4 minutes remaining in the half. So the officials just having a bit of a chat. Ball is spotted. All right, here we go. Bringing up 1st and goal for Sydney Uni.
Got to be thinking run here.
And looks like it's a run.
And he stopped
And it's
for a
a
loss.
great stop by the UNSW defense. And there may be a penalty, I believe. I'm not quite sure what's going on. And it's an encroachment on the defense, which is a 5-yard penalty, but it will be half distance to the goal.
Yeah, a bit of a lack of discipline. There's been a few of these calls now. I mean, we saw it, block in the back. There's been a few offsides, encroachment. Raiders got to tighten up.
Absolutely, and this is where you start to lose it. If you start to lose these battles mentally, then the other team gets in your head, and coaches aren't happy. So, bringing up 1st and goal yet again. And it looks like they're probably going to be going for that run yet again. And it's a QB keep. And it looks like he's in for a score, ladies and gentlemen. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Raiders, again, you had the linebackers blitzing the A-gaps. And Gifford just able to bump it outside, get the necessary yards.
Absolutely, absolutely. Overall, very well designed play by Sydney Uni. So it looks like they're trying to go for that 2-point conversion. And again, they've got that tight offensive line set. Thank you for the colourful language. And PAT, no good.
He overthrew his guy a little bit.
So again, anyone who heard the colourful language, we do apologise. There is only so much that we can mute at a time. So the PAT, no good, which brings up the score. Raiders 12, Uni 6. So I think this is one of the games, and in particular one of the teams that, because of that strong rivalry, a lot of the game does get heated very quickly.
There's a lot of fired up guys out there, and we're seeing it from both sidelines. I think some of the reactions on the lines, it mirrors the same. It's the rivalry. Love it.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, there's nothing wrong with a good rivalry, but
if we can overlook a little bit of accidental cursing that gets picked up by the microphone, all the rest of it is very much in line with what we expect from Raiders lines.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Looks like the lights are going to come on here in a minute too.
And it's a beautiful day today here down in Cambertown at Sydney Uni's home field.
Camperdown?
Camberdown? Is it
Yes, Camperdown.
Camberdown.
Sorry, mate. I thought you said Campbelltown for a second there.
I know if we were in Campbelltown, I would have said, mate, we're in Campbelltown. No, Camberdown.
No, that's not the accent for Campbelltown. That's a whole other one.
All right, here we go. So it looks like coming in for another good kickoff.
Yeah, that.
And nice booming kick.
Good kick.
All right. Looks like he's got protection. And he's got some room.
Oh,
And that was a great return from Michael Whiteman, a.k.a. Whitey. Did you know he's a Pilates instructor?
well, he showed some good balance navigating that sideline there. You only get that with a strong core, Tommy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you can only get that through Pilates. So now, after a good return from kick return, Raiders are starting on the 35. No, apologies, the 45. So, comes to 1st and 10. Dropping back. And caught by Mitchell Sawyer, ladies and gentlemen.
There's that connection. They'll go back to that.
All right, and looks like the offense is fired up. New fresh set of downs.
So he just ran, 12 yards down, turned around, and the ball was there.
Absolutely. I mean, that's good discipline. So that is the Sydney Uni's second timeout for the half. So again, that's a really good connection from Mitch Sawyer and Clark Hazlitt as well. You're finding a lot of the defenses, especially in this league, are starting to realize the connection that Mitch and Clark have. So you find that Mitch will be working a little bit hard to get those yards. Having said that, though, those small slants, that's his go-to bread and butter.
Some strong sentiment from the Raiders D to tighten up with the penalties. Fair enough too.
And again, it's one of those things where, while we understand emotion does play a lot of it, you also, as a team and as a player, you have to have that mental difference. You have to have that, okay, am I taking this too far? How can I brain it in? Still keep that aggression, but it's controlled aggression.
Yeah, we've had 2 unsportsmanlike penalties, and we've had 2 offsides, I think, in a neutral zone infraction. So what are we looking at? 5 penalties that should be tightened up. So
absolutely.
Yeah, that's...
All right, Hazlitt dropping back. Oh! And 3 guesses to who that was. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Mitch Sawyer with another fantastic first down. All right, Raiders looking to move quickly on the ball. The Raiders have also adapted the no-huddle offense as well. All right.
Try and get some points before the half.
And also swing that momentum back to the Raiders. All right. And it looks like it's a handoff to Rusty. And it looks like Rusty's in for a touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
That was an outstanding offensive series from the UNSW Raiders. 3 plays and we're in the end zone.
Give it to your athlete, give it to your speed guy, and just let him get it in there. Good call.
All right, so that brings up the score.
That will be 18-6.
That is correct. We're now going for the PAT. That was a beautiful handoff to Rusty. And again, you know, Rusty's a bit of a wildcat this year. He's playing a bit of quarterback, a bit of kicker, a bit of running back.
Swiss Army knife.
Oh, Swiss Army knife. So there was a flag thrown, but it actually got waved off. So my guess is they were probably looking for some form of maybe offside or a holding. But Dave Schneider managed to wave that off. All right, so Raiders lining up for the PAT. 3 receiver set to one side with 2 receivers backside. Hasler dropping back. Plenty of time in the pocket. And looks like the PAT is no good.
0 for 3 on conversions. You're right about the time in the pocket though. There wasn't a whole lot of pass rush right there.
No, like I think Uni were playing a little bit hesitant. Maybe because they also know that Clark this year has also worked to be a bit of a scramble quarterback. So in the past, Clark has been a very good pocket present quarterback, and that just showed. But that was also very good coverage from Sydney Uni being able to block that PAT. So we should be coming up pretty close to the 2-minute warning, I would say. And again, for those watching on the live stream, you'll be able to see that we're getting some beautiful shades coming through from that sun.
It is such a pretty field. There really should be more football played here.
Absolutely. And again, another good kick from Rusty. And it looks like it's going to be touchback. So that is a booming kick from Rustrum Todd, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The Swiss Army knife of the Raiders. When people ask him, what do you play? He says football. But a lot prettier.
Taysom Hill's your reference on that one? Okay.
Well, I mean, Taysom Hill, I mean, he's a utility player. Why not? So, this brings up 1st and 10 on Uni's 20.
Yeah, they've been definitely been sticking with their run game on early downs. Be interesting to see if they let it loose. Had a bit of success on that last one with the early connection down on the deep right. So expect them to come out and sling it.
Absolutely, and I think they're hoping to try and keep the defense at bay as well. But hopefully our defense, they've made the adjustments, and hopefully those mental errors, they're something of the past now. 1st and 10, Sydney Uni. And it's a run. And it is a great defensive stop.
Of course they run the ball after I've talked about the hit him with the deep game. Yep, okay.
See, they always keep you on your toes. They always keep you on your toes.
A-grade commentary here.
So that brings up 2nd down now. So we're looking at about 2nd and 11 at this point. All right. So again, coming out of a...
Raiders still stacking that box.
Oh, yes. Receiver in motion. All right, Gift dropping back.
Oh, he's got pressure.
Oh.
I don't know if there was a receiver out there.
No, so...
He's done well to get the ball off, but...
Was there a receiver in the area?
The ref's going to look at this.
Because if that's the case, then that's intentional grounding.
He was outside the tackle box, though, so they
True.
may...
True. And... Nope, doesn't look like they're going to call that.
They'll spot it.
All right, so that brings up 3rd down. So again, for those watching at home, if you're the quarterback, you can't just throw the ball out. You have to throw it in an area where a receiver or a running back is. If you do throw it where there's no one there, that's considered intentional grounding, and it's a penalty on the offense. All right, huge 3rd down series now for the defense. Receiver in motion. All right, Gift dropping back. Oh! Nearly picked off, ladies and gentlemen, by Matt Hull. Oh.
Hull was about to score.
He had daylight.
He will be kicking himself.
Oh. And again, read that perfectly, had the timing. Oh, if he had just held it on, he would have been gone for 6, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, he's Gifford's letting that float up there, and Hull's definitely making a play on it.
So this brings up 4th down. So they brought out their punting team. Now, if I was Uni, I would probably look to try and fake this if possible.
Really?
But they don't.
Vicious blocking. Oh, there's a flag on the play. We saw some vicious blocking out here by our sideline. Unsure if that was picked up on the on the camera.
If it wasn't, we can just say that it's going to leave a mark. That's for sure. All right, so let's see what the officials have to say. So there was also what looked like one of our players, Taylor Burke. It looked like the ball was going to go dead, and he's picked it up, and then the whistle has gone straight away. So I think it's still Raiders' ball, whether or not if it's going 15 yards back or forward. That's the real thing.
Again, taking the time to get it right.
And again, we're working with a 7-man crew, so we do have quite a lot to see. Okay. Dave Schneider having a bit of a chat. And okay, that doesn't look like it's being resolved. Okay.
They picked up the flag and
Doesn't look like it's been waved or any action. Okay, so there we go. All right, so this brings up first down for the UNSW Raiders. And so again, there shouldn't be too much left in the second quarter. We should be getting close to the 2-minute warning. Hazlitt with a quick pass. And Mitch Sawyer with a bit of rumble-stumble afterwards. So that was a good quick gain of about 5 yards, which brings up 2nd and 5. So as you see, we've got that connection between Hazlitt and Mitch Sawyer. Mitch Sawyer with a really, really nice swing route. All right, brings up 2nd and 5 with a 3-receiver set to the far side of the camera and lone receiver close to camera. Uni looking like they're stacking the box. And it's a handoff. Oh, no, it's not. Oh!
we might have a touchdown.
And that is touchdown Raiders! And that is number 0, Michael Whiteman.
Whiteman just beat his guy.
And it looks like we might have a flag, unfortunately.
Another one.
So we're waiting to see, but it could be possibly holding. So let's see what the officials have to say. Whoop. No, there's a couple of flags. So bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. We are trying to find out why there were a couple of flags. So I think the flag that you're seeing on the screen is where the ball has possibly gone out. They reckon, I have a feeling that they might have thought that Michael Whiteman has gone out. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, we have a dead ball foul, which is a 15-yard penalty on the Raiders. So I believe it was for excessive celebration. So therefore, the touchdown has been called back, I believe. Which
Excessive celebration should be.
yeah. So and they're basically saying that he also went out. So
Yeah, I don't know if he went out. I mean, we had a pretty good vantage point of that.
yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that call, but
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you on that one. I would have assumed that the flag that was down at the field was for holding, but that apparently didn't have anything.
some conservative refereeing occurring here.
So let's just call that questionable. So unfortunately, touchdown doesn't stand. So it brings up 18-6. All right, Hazlitt dropping back. He's going for a bit of a run. Gets the ball off.
Under duress. That's high.
Oh! And that's a touchdown, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. 3 guesses to who that was, Remy.
You're going to have to tell me, Tommy.
That was number 87, Mitch Sawyer. The man, the myth, and the legend. There we
That
go.
was a heck of a touchdown. He only just got that off.
Absolutely.
And,
Absolutely.
looked like, from what I can see, Sawyer pulled that down over 2 defenders.
Absolutely.
Teeing up a replay on this one?
Unfortunately, I can do replays, but they only last 10 seconds.
You just have to believe us.
It was fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. For those at home, you could probably just play it back for the last 10 seconds. All right, so we're now going for the PAT.
We'll see that on Instagram over the next few days, no doubt.
And oh, Clark with a little sneaky. Oh, and PAT good.
We have a conversion. And again, we have a flag.
Oh, so we'll see what this flag is for. Oh, it's on them. I believe it's on Sydney Uni. Considering our guys don't look too concerned, yes, I believe it's on Sydney Uni.
Yeah, trust the body language.
So after that the score comes to 26, Raiders 6, Uni. Oh, hang on, sorry, they're not saying that the PAT
Hasn't made its way to the
to the
Sydney Uni Field scoreboard as yet, but I believe you're correct, Tom.
Yes. Well, for the time being, let's just hold it on for 26. That's what I'm talking about. Just got a solid high five from Steve Armstrong, a Raiders legend. Blows a few kisses to the crowd. All right, so we do have an official ruling by the looks of it. And it looks like... So, yes, there we go. PAT is good. There we go. Everything is right in the world, Remy. All right, so this now comes up to kickoff. So those are 2 solid power plays that I think the Raiders really needed at the right time and the right place. Michael Whiteman with a bit of commentary there, our resident Pilates. And we've been told by Clark Hazlitt that Michael Whiteman is aura farming for all those people who have been born after us. So. W Sigma. These kids today, I really, just give me the Gen Z slang. Don't know.
I heard some pro Pilates sentiment there, and good to hear.
Yeah. All right, and it looks like we're also having another discussion. Oh, okay. So what happened is that after the PAT, I believe words were said, which was then an unsportsmanlike. So it's a dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on the uni team, which therefore brings us 15 yards closer for the kickoff. So things were said, and that's given the Raiders an extra 15 yards to kick the ball.
Given the lack of time left in the half, you're going to kick this thing out the back of the end zone.
I would say so.
We're looking at a touchback here, most likely.
All right, Rusty again lining up for a good kickoff. And another booming kick. And like you said, you called it. That's a touchback. So Sydney Uni will be starting on their 20-yard line. So surely the 2-minute warning should be coming up relatively soon. Now, if you were the Raiders defense, what would you be doing in this situation?
Honestly, I wouldn't be changing too much. I noticed they're still stacking the box. They've been hit with a deep one, but they haven't changed what's working. You've got an impressive deep line. Keep the pressure on. More and more pressure we are seeing play by play. There's 1 or 2 of those Gifford got a little rattled and was kind of moving side to side back there. Look, I mean, some of those balls that we see kind of thrown kind of high and across the field. So what the Raiders are doing, it's clearly working. I think you go back to the well and do what got you there.
Absolutely. Here we go. 1st and 10 for Sydney Uni. All right, Piff looking for a pass. Ooh, I think that receiver heard some footsteps. So he heard footsteps from number 5, which is Taylor Burke, also a fellow Rebels player who is now coming to us.
Yeah, there's been a bit of talent come over from the Rebels.
And Taylor was also
Rebels both sides, I believe.
Yeah, he was a very good receiver running back as well. So, and yet again, he's on defense. So it's good that we're utilizing everyone that we can. So this brings up 2nd down. All right, and it looks like it's a run. And another good stop by the defense as well. So they were able to scrape to the ball a lot better.
I think we're looking at about 3 yards there, I think.
I would say so. So that brings it up to third and about 7, I would say.
Chains indicate 2-yard gain.
And I believe that was just the 2-minute warning that we just got.
These last few minutes are going on for a while, aren't they?
Oh, they always do.
Just before the half for about half an hour now.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 7.
Raiders again playing up.
Receiver in motion. Oh, bit of pressure.
He escapes the pocket.
Oh, and good tackle.
Big hit on the line, sideline.
And it looks like he's short. So that looks like it's 4th and 1. Oh, so no, apologies. 4th and 2. So that was a good run by young Giff. It's weird hearing that name, Giff. I've played alongside Giff and against Giff for the last 20 years. So the fact that there's another Giff still playing, I mean, that's great to see that the legacy is still there.
Intergenerational.
Absolutely. And that's what you want. You want to be able to see, names like that keep going through the league. So, you have your Tosses, you have your Brundus, you have the Cineparties. Keeping those legacies alive, I think, and the Von Seniors as well, of course. So keeping those legacies alive, I think, is a very vital part of keeping not only the sport alive in Australia, but the sport alive in New South Wales in particular.
The Gifford name casts a long shadow when you talk about Sydney Uni as well.
Yeah, Giff has been one of the backbones and the heart of Sydney Uni for quite some time. So we figured we'd give you some love on the air, mate. So. And looks like after that, it's about 4th and 2. All right, so if I was Uni here, I would probably look for a freeze call or a hard count. Try and get that defensive line offline yet again. It's been successful for them in the past. Receiver in motion.
Some movement from the D-line. They got it sorted out.
And great adjustment by the D-line. All right. Gift scanning the defense again. And that looks like it's a delay of game on the offense. 5 yards back. So this gives the defense a little bit more breathing room now. So for those watching at home, a delay of game is when the offense doesn't snap the ball in time. So for those watching, how long do you usually have? You have 40 seconds from snap to snap. And unfortunately, they just didn't get it off in time. That's what happens when you try and do. Brings up 4th and 7. And a good punt. Oh.
Fielded dangerously, he's lost it.
But he managed to recover. Oh,
I believe that's Raiders' ball.
in a situation like that, I would have called a poison call.
Yeah, I think the coaching will be having a word to him about the way that he's handled that.
Yep. So you usually hear whenever there's a ball like that, you'll hear everyone in unison. Don't even touch the ball, don't even think about the ball, head to the sideline. It was a fantastic punt, actually.
Uni did well to flip the field.
So, Raiders coming out on the 2x2 set now. First down. Now we're hoping to use a bit of that momentum from the last two plays. Hopefully secure another touchdown. It's a good handoff. And a few yards, which brings up second down.
Interesting to see what they do here, whether they just run the football and try to get to the half. It's been obviously a successful half and they've closed it out well. Or will they be able to resist the temptation to take another shot or two?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, being a very old school run first coordinator, I would say I would try and just chew up the clock, keep that momentum, and then start fresh in the second half. But Connor Brewster, though, he's an unconventional man sometimes, so I guess we'll see. He's dropping back. And great catch to Rusty.
He's looking for out of bounds. Oh, he's hit the sideline. He's still going.
And he could go. Oh, got tripped up, but that is a first down for the UNSW Raiders.
Yeah, initially I thought he was actually looking to get out of bounds and stop the clock, but no, he trusts his speed. He had an opening up the sideline, and yeah, he made a lot out of that.
And again, watching Rusty run with the ball, it's poetry in motion. Poetry in motion. I think he wrote a bit of a verse there, and
The Swiss Army knife does it again.
Absolutely. Had some bars. So that brings up a fresh set of downs at about halfway for the Raiders. As they're dropping back, looking to his right. Oh, and just dropped.
That was Whitey. Hit him in the hands, and he wasn't able to pull that one in.
He was probably not working on his call strong enough after those Pilates.
Oof.
And it looks like it's coming back, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, for a holding call. Looks like one of the... So that's a 10-yard penalty, so that brings it up to first and 20. And again, Remy, you and I have both been in that situation as offensive linemen and defensive linemen. Holding's a bit of a no-no.
Holding occurs on every play. It's just never called enough, Tommy.
Yeah, absolutely.
As spoken like a true D lineman then.
All right, here we go. Trips receivers close to camera. Let's start scanning the field. All right. Quick pass. Mitch Sawyer. And that brings up second. That looks like it's second and 2. And again, that Hazlitt and Sawyer connection.
He's just running from the slot straight up. 10-yard turnaround. There it is. They've gone to that a few times now.
Absolutely. And as we said before, that's a bread and butter play for this offense. And that looks like it's probably going to be a false start on the offense.
Yep, Raiders moving back. That's a false start.
So false start on the offense, which is a 5-yard penalty, which will bring up second and 9, I believe. So second and 9. And again, this is now just coming down to, people being tired, little mental errors like this. Fixable, adjustable. We just don't want too many of them. Here we go. Second and 9. And looks like it's a handoff to Jet. and tackled in the backfield.
Strong D-line play there.
Actually, apologies, that wasn't Jet. That was Regan,
Sydney
43.
Uni dropping back into zone, expecting the pass to come to the end zone. Good play by D-line just to corral that run.
Absolutely. So this now brings up 3rd and 11. So it makes you wonder there should be less than a minute to go, surely, at this point. But what adjustments do you think Sydney Uni are going to make trying to finish off in the half?
Yeah. Look, I think they're definitely expecting some passes into the end zone. I think they will continue to lean on the strength of that D, which is their D-line. They'll sit back into zone. And honestly, I think they've got to be keeping an eye on 87 the entire time. That's likely where the ball's going.
Absolutely. And, Mitch has not only shown that he's a threat in deep passes, but he's also a threat in shallow passes too, as well. So if I was the Sydney Uni defensive coordinator, I'd be making some adjustments come half-time. So this brings up 3rd and 11.
You did ask me for before the half, not after the half, right, Tom?
This is true. All right, Hazlitt. Oh, he's got a bit of room.
He's going to run it.
And he's going.
And out of bounds.
Oh!
Potentially a bit of a late bump there, but it's taken out one of the...
One
he's
of the
taken
chain
out the
crew.
chain crew.
So I have a feeling that may have been first down, though. And it looks like...
Yeah, number 0, Sydney Uni, closed very quickly. Might have been a fair bit of sideline in that one, but
yeah.
ref's letting him play on, which is good.
All right, and so Dave Schneider just kind of having a look, just making sure that everyone's okay.
And that is the first down.
That is the first down. And it looks like our chain gang member is coming off with a little bit of a sore shoulder, but...
Found a substitute on chain gang.
That's all right. We've got, I believe we have Marcus Delana as our chain crew.
No, he is
still
walking the sideline. He is still coaching.
Okay, 1st and 10. All right. Oh, bit of pressure. And Whitey onto the outside, runs out.
That'll stop him. Good work.
That was a nice little hook and go. A little bit of pressure on the offensive line.
They are getting pressure at that one D lineman. And look, apologies, don't have the name or the number of that player. But he is crashing hard. But also at the same time, I think he needs to keep contained a little bit better. He's charging downhill, and each time what we're seeing is just Hazlitt just bumping outside. He's got the option to run it, but I think that DE probably just needs to make sure that nobody gets outside of him.
Absolutely. All right, so that looks like it also brought up a fresh set of downs as well. So this is 1st and goal for the Raiders. And that looks like it's a timeout from the UNSW Raiders. That is their 2nd timeout. I believe we have 1 timeout remaining. But as you were saying about Clark as well, so having the experience that he has, he's able to feel that pressure and move when he needs to as well. Having said that, though, he shouldn't have to move all the time. Offense should be able to pick that up.
Yeah, I mean, look, don't get me wrong. That D is clearly beating the tackle on the plays. He's crashing kind of directly in towards the quarterback, and just kind of needs to fan out a little bit more just to make sure that Hazlitt can't get outside of him. Yeah.
So then, as we're waiting for this timeout, again, just wanted to take the time to thank our sponsors for the live stream. So we have Coconut Productions, Power Potential, The Lakes Hotel, Main Logistics, and Bridge Media. And also a big thank you to KK Media, who is also doing our sideline photography and highlights. All right, so now comes up to 1st and 10. I actually thought it was 1st and goal.
Nope, the stick is still up, so Yeah, they can still score still can get a first down without scoring here.
Absolutely. All right. Hasler dropping back.
Oof.
Oh,
Narrowly.
and that was batted down. Good coverage from the Sydney Uni secondary. I think his intended target was, you guessed it, Mitch Sawyer.
Yeah, Raiders got lucky there. That very easily could have been a pick.
Yeah, now you're starting to see that Sydney Uni are using double coverage, especially on Mitch Sawyer, which is a very smart tactic, but also frees up a lot of the other weapons that we have on the offense. So frees up a lot of your Michael Whitemans, Kingsley Dennisons, Jacob Barrett's, Rusty's as well. Okay, so it brings up 2nd and 10. All right, and it looks like it's a handoff. And that's to Rusty. And looks like he's just short of the end zone.
Yeah, we don't have the benefit of a time check, but you've got to be thinking that there's only a few more seconds
Oh,
here.
I would say so.
Look for them to get this play off pretty quick.
And again, this looks like it's 3rd and about 6. Okay. Clark sees something, makes an adjustment. Dropping back.
Throws a slant.
And incomplete. So that brings up 4th down. So hopefully this will be looking like it's going to be the last drive, I would say. I believe the White Hat Dave Schneider has just said that there's 12 seconds remaining. 12 seconds into the half. So finishing this off would be a fantastic drive for the offense and a good momentum heading into the second half. And he drops back. Oh, scrambles. I
think there's still time for one more play, Tommy.
Oh, that was a good defensive rush from Sydney Uni, being able to pressure Clark out of the pocket and getting him to scramble and throw on the run as well. So we've probably got less than about 10 seconds left in this half. Now, if you were Uni, would you go all the way out for it, or would you try and go for a solid run? What would you recommend?
I think they'll keep it conservative. I think it's going to be a run. They'll get into halftime.
Okay. So it looks like they're having a bit of a discussion. And one of the officials was looking back at the Raiders sideline, so I think he might have heard something that wasn't quite pleasant. Okay, so Dave Schneider just having a bit of a chat with the officials. We're not quite sure what that's about. All right, so we've got dead ball foul on the offense. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so what happened, we ended up having a unsportsmanlike conduct and Sydney Uni get a 15-yard penalty. So, and okay, 1st and 10 for Uni going. Oh,
incomplete.
And dropped.
Yeah, that was a tough ball to pull in. had a shot to get it, but
just a little bit underthrown from Giff. Had a little bit of pressure, I would say. So there shouldn't be too much longer now, I would say. So that brings up 2nd down. Okay. So, Giff. It's dropping back.
Good.
Sees the receiver. Oh!
They had plenty of time there. They picked up the pass rush well.
Absolutely. I think 87 just heard a bit of footsteps. And I believe that is half, ladies and gentlemen. So, as we go into the second half, ladies and gentlemen, the Raiders 26, Sydney Uni 6. There's a bit of high emotions going both sides of the ball, but hopefully we'll be able to make some adjustments and we'll be heading into the second half a little bit more positive.
Raiders lines. Gotta love it. Hell yeah.
All right, so we'll be back in about 10 minutes, guys.
The last man standing. I woke up feeling like this gon' be my day. I got that poppin' fire every step I take. Living that wild life, not stopping out no way. Just seeing green lights won't never touch the brakes. Let me tell you something. 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 Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Got a real good feeling. This place is jumping off hard as it can get. No, we won't ever stop dancing on the edge. We like it dangerous, we like to see you spread. Turn up another notch, you ain't seen nothing yet. Let me tell you something. 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 Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Got a real good feeling. Right now, right now. 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 Right now, right now.
I'm gonna fight till the end. I'm gonna fight till the end. I'm gonna fight till the battle's done, till the setting sun, till the war is won. I'm gonna fight till the end. Till the end. I'm gonna fight till the end. No white flag, no surrender. I'm leaving no survivors. I'll stand up and stay strong, and I'll fight on until the end. Until the end. I'm gonna fight till the end. I'm gonna fight till the end. Till the battle's done, till the setting sun, till the war is won. I'm gonna fight till the end. I'm gonna fight till the end. I'm gonna fight till the end. Until the end. I'm gonna fight till the end. I'm gonna fight till the end. I'm gonna fight till the battle's done, till the setting sun, till the war is won. I'm gonna fight till the end. I'm gonna fight till the end. Till the end. I'm gonna fight till the end. Turn your back, you're a broken man. They come around and just dying to shake your head. I don't expect you to understand. Just keep telling yourself there's no shame. They don't know about who we are. They don't know about you and I. They ain't no blind by the stars of your eyes. Oh, hot blood love is gonna get you. Prove you're the better man. You wanna reach for the things that nobody can. All you need is to break away, yeah. Just keep telling yourself there's no shame. They don't know about who we are. They don't know about you and I. They ain't no blind by the stars of your eyes. Well, hot blood love is gonna get you. And get up again.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are getting ready to kick off for the second half. As we're getting ready for the second half, just some key highlights from the first half. So we've had some really good movement on the offense, been really good on the ground and in the air. Clark Haslett has made some fantastic some fantastic throws, as well as some fantastic receptions from key players such as Rushdrum Todd, Michael Whiteman, Jerry Key, and quite a fair few others. So we're momentarily going to be getting ready for the second half, so stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Raider Nation, Raiders across the world. We are back and we are ready to go for the second half. So as we mentioned, there were some pretty good parts in the first half, pretty bad parts in the second half. So Remy, what are you expecting to see coming out from Sydney Uni?
Yeah, they're pretty fired up. They're a pretty animated sideline over there. I think they're going to come out swinging. Look, they're down by 20. A few quick strikes and they're well and truly back into it. Look, they've had some success throwing the ball. In terms of what adjustments they're going to make, I guess it remains to be seen. In terms of defence, Lions D-line again. It's keeping UNSW honest. I think they'll lean on that pass rush, and I think they'll take some deep shots. Beyond that, what the formations look like, any other adjustments, but look, I think King on Sawyer, that's something that they'll stick with as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And we also saw towards the end of that half, emotions were starting to get a little bit heated on both sides of the ball. So hopefully we've been able to wrangle that in now, and
honestly,
hopefully come in with a clear head.
I think that's going to be one of the big challenges for both teams. I mean, we're on the Raiders sideline. We heard it. We hear a lot of the talk about discipline. I mean, there's a lot of anxiety around some of the calls, and there's a lot of talking and chirping happening on the field. So staying disciplined is going to be really key for both teams, and I imagine that's what coaching staffs, that was a key message that they would have delivered.
Absolutely. And it looks like they're going for a squid kib, and we still are able to get the ball back. So very smart being able to have a short kick like that, take out your big returners.
Uni don't hate a squib kick. That's been something we've seen a bit over the years.
This is true. They were able to master that quite well. And again, it's a smart tactic. Why would you give the ball to Ruston when he can basically score on most drives?
So, beginning of the first half, Raiders won the toss and made a decision to defer. I mean, they'll be hoping for a quick score, build that lead, sit on it for the second half.
Absolutely. And now it looks like the Raiders are coming out of a bunch receiver set now.
This is a new formation.
Oh, and they're shifting out.
Back to their conventional spread.
So a little bit of razzle-dazzle football there for you.
All right.
Empty set now. All right. And Haslett's going. And slid for a good gain. So that was a bit of razzle-dazzle football there from Clark Hazlitt. And again, giving him that space to run, he's able to roam quite freely. So that brings up second and about 4. So Raiders coming out of that trip set formation close to the camera. It looks like Sydney are in cover 2. Alright, and nice little swing out. And that looks like it's a first down with Rustrum Todd, aka Rusty, with a nice little swing route.
Good play call. Those corners on each sideline have been giving a fair bit of buffer, so that was there for the taking.
Absolutely. And again, being able to utilize Rusty in the backfield as well, I think smart play. Mr. Utility Knife.
Get your athletes the ball, that whole thing.
Brings up a fresh set of downs for the Raiders. Sydney Uni defense see something, so it now looks like they're in zone coverage. Clark sees something in the defense. Sydney Uni stacking the box. Dropping back. Plenty of time. And caught by Mitch Sawyer, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Brings up first down. Oh, hang on. We've got a player down.
Looks like one of the linemen once more.
And it looks like he just copped. Unfortunately, he's got to come off now, so that's the golden rule. So if you see a player that comes down or they lose their helmet, they have to get replaced for a play.
That looks like 71. That's Stephen Armstrong. Sorry, not Stephen Armstrong.
Stephen Douglas.
Stephen Douglas.
Who has been a long-time Raider as well.
Absolutely.
Brings up 1st and 10 now for the Raiders. Again, coming out of that 3-receiver set. Looks like it's a handoff. And is a good couple of yards gained by Jerry Key, a.k.a. the Jet. So that brings up 2nd and... Well, I'm just seeing a lot of helmets in front of the chain crew. Looks like 2nd and about 7.
Stephen Douglas returns to the field.
He just needed some magic water. Just spray on the knees. Works every time. Orange slices as well.
He's a tough man.
Here we go. 2nd down. Pass. Nice short pass. And that might be enough for a first down, I would say.
The chains are moving. Yep, they've signaled first down.
Yes, there we go. So this is the offense that we now know and love. The cool, calm, and collected. Coach Connor being able to be precision and precise, surgical, some would even say. So, first down.
Precise.
Again, it looks like we're coming out of that 2x2 set. Okay. Uni starting to crick down into the box. All right. Hazlitt looking. Oh, bit of a QB draw. He's going.
Ooh.
Oh, he might have been tackled when he was out of
That's
bounds.
going to be a close call. There was contact by the sideline, but it certainly looked legal to me.
But hey, Hazlitt being able to bounce back though. And first down, ladies and gentlemen. That brings up 1st and goal for the mighty Green Machine.
Good decisive run.
As most quarterbacks, you know, back in the day they were taught to lead with the shoulder, but now we teach them to slide. That was a bit of a dive for the shoulder though, but Clark Hazlitt.
87 out wide. Oh no, we've got to run up the middle.
And
Touchdown. Well, the Raiders waiting for the rest decision. Have we got anything from the sideline? They've sidelined. Up there we did. Touchdown.
Touchdown Raiders,
Side
ladies
judge
and
called
gentlemen. That is a great series from the offense.
Yep. That really did seem calm and collected. Strong from the Raiders.
Absolutely.
Excellent first drive.
You know, as one of the old Raiders always used to say, Fred Burson, you know, your offense, you want them the 3 C's. Cool, calm, collected.
Fred Burson.
Fred Burson. I know, I'm
Reaching
throwing it out
right
there.
back into Raiders history. Who else can we mention?
Oh, I mean, obviously you got to mention Andrew Brundu, Daryl Jones, Steve Jones, Hazlitt. Oh, unlucky, batted down. But Fred Burson always had a saying where he basically said, you want your offense to be the 3 C's. Cool, calm, and collected, and you want your defense to be as mentally unstable. You always need a screw loose in defense, I find.
Not wrong. Yeah. Some of the great Raider defenses, some of the most unhinged individuals that I've known, can confirm.
And I think you need that. Like, you're playing a collision sport, so you need to have a one screw loose, I would say. So now, the score comes up to UNSW Raiders 32, Sydney Uni 6.
No flags on that drive. Seems like the message that very likely was delivered at halftime to tighten it up and control emotions, understood by both teams.
Absolutely. I think the Raiders have realised, okay, you know, we need to put up, shut up, and you catch small flies with honey.
To quote another former Raider, Guy Saffron, just do better.
Absolutely. And for the full quote is, just do better, don't be shit.
Correct.
Big love to Coach Guy Saffron as well. All right, so looking like we're getting ready for the kickoff. Okay, and Rusty dropping down. And again, another good kick from Rustrum Todd. And look at that, it's gone out, unfortunately.
Oh.
So, looks like...
I'll take that at 40, I believe.
Yeah, the 25, I believe. I think it's the 25.
Was this out the back of the end zone or
Yeah.
on the sideline?
On the sideline. So that will be starting at the 25. I mean, you have the one odd occasion as well where you could give the re-kick, but I think Sydney Uni are just playing it safe, I would say. Because they know that Rusty can kick it into the backfield as well. So I would take the spot as well. So that brings up 1st and 10 for Sydney Uni. All right, and Uni coming out with a trip set close to camera with a lone receiver on the backside. All right. And it's a run. Oh no, he's got some room. Oh.
Raiders came with the run blitz there, and Uni able to run through for the first down despite that.
Yeah, I think Raiders just forgot to break down and forgot to tackle.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know if it was gap discipline. I think it was some arm tackles there.
So now they're looking for tempo run, going for another run. Oh, ball is loose. And I believe that's a Raiders ball, ladies and gentlemen.
Raiders have come up with it. Waiting for confirmation from the ref.
Oh, Dave Schneider.
Raiders
And
ball.
there it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Strong start to the second half of the Raiders.
And again, after a key mistake, defense were able to bounce back with a return.
Have the opportunity now to go up 38 or 39 with the conversion, or 40, the way they've been doing the 2-pointers.
Absolutely.
Raiders can really put this game out of reach with a score on this drive.
Absolutely. Now, there is a bit of a discussion. I have a feeling they're going to see if his knee was actually down first or if there was an actual turnover. The fact that the white hat Dave Schneider has signaled, it is still Raiders ball. So
I think, and the refs ultimately need to make the call, but the body language from the Sydney Uni players there was that they had lost the ball.
oh no, okay. It's
been overturned.
It's been overturned. Defense is back on.
Sorry, Raiders, I've just given you the kiss of death talking about body language.
There you go. Okay, so that's a very interesting call. So again, one of the officials, Greg Evers, actually made that call. So he was the side judge on Sydney Uni's sideline. So he might have seen something that we didn't see.
I thought the ball came loose on our side of the field, but okay, trust Evers with the call.
No, absolutely.
GNSW veteran, knows his football.
Absolutely.
Sydney Uni catch a break, back on offense.
So that's a little bit of a momentum shift now. So hopefully defense can still keep that same momentum and try and get another one. So running back is now 10 yards back from the ball, which is most likely going to be an inside run, I would say.
There's the handoff. Good push from the interior line.
Yeah.
Sydney Uni really getting off the ball well.
And it looks like there's still a couple of flying tempers here and there. There's a little bit of, like, as you said before, a little bit of argy-bargy after the plays. Argle-bargle. Nothing in it, I don't think. I think it was just a little bit like, hey, listen, we're here. But that shouldn't also be an excuse as well. So we've got 3rd and 5.
Sydney Uni sideline, vocal as always.
Okay, coming out of the Twins receivers on either side. Receiver in motion. And dropping back.
Oh!
Number 6 heard footsteps. And that was batted down by number 2, Matt Hull.
Gifford seeking a flag for a late hit there. Number 30 came through with a late pass rush.
So that is
Touched him a little bit, but
Nathaniel Bath at number 30. I don't think there was anything in it, though.
wasn't much contact in it. Good no call.
All right, 4th down. It looks like Uni are going for it. They might go hard count. Oh, no, they didn't. Looking for that free score.
Reds have jumped a few times.
I think the D-line are now locked in. So they have the trips receivers closest to camera yet again. And it's a run.
Oh, he's dropped the football. It's Raiders ball.
Now that is definitely Raiders ball. And again, number 30, Nathaniel Bath with the recovery. And after that, it also looks like a Uni player is down. So that looks... Oh, no. Oh, no. That is a flag, ladies and gentlemen.
He never actually took the handoff cleanly. I think there were Raider bodies in front of him, but in any case, he never put the ball away.
Absolutely. So I think it's going to be after the fact that the ball wasn't returned to the official. So... It will still be Raiders ball, but I have a feeling it's coming back 15 yards.
Got to stay disciplined, boys.
Absolutely.
Potentially a little over officious, but again, we put our faith on the referee.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Yep, so it looks like it actually is. So Dave Schneider just having a chat with offensive coordinator Connor Brewster about it. And yep, looks like the ball is getting moved back. Okay. So while that was a great turnover for the offense, again, little penalty like that has affected the spot of the ball. All right, so starting 15 yards back now, Raiders ball. Okay, here we go. 1st and 10. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. All right, Clark dropping back. Oh, bit of a scramble.
Good take by Whitey.
Great hands by Whitey, and that looks like it's going to be a 1st down, ladies and gentlemen.
Strong call, Tommy.
Strong call. It's all because of the Pilates. So my guess is he's probably did a quick Pilates session in halftime. Got those core strength. 1st down, Raiders. All right, so brings up 1st and 10 now. All right, Raiders look like they're starting to get in a bit of a roll now. All right, and Hazlitt with a play action. Oh, Whitey with a fantastic catch, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Oh, and there's another flag, ladies and gentlemen. This is now getting... And that looks like, unfortunately, it's going to be a dead ball foul on the sideline. So it looks like our players were a little bit too close. Oh, there we go. It's waved off, ladies and gentlemen. So I believe we actually dodged a bullet on that one. So the penalty was waved off.
Refs are definitely at the ready.
That's a very PC way of putting
Locked
it,
and
Remy.
loaded.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. I would have said thorough. You know,
Thorough?
Thorough is a good adjective. All right, Hasler dropping back. Oh, scrambling. Gets the ball off. Oh, and just hits the hands of Kingsley Dennison. Mr. Reliable.
Potentially a little bit behind Kings, but we've seen Kings hold those in.
Oh, and it looks like we've got a Sydney Uni player down for injury. So while we take this is just a injury timeout. And again, a big thank you to our sponsors, Coconut Productions, Power Potential, the Lakes Hotel, Main Logistics, and Bridge Media. Okay, and it looks like the Sydney Uni player was able to walk off. Hopefully it's nothing too serious.
He's assisted. Hopefully he's able to make it back. But
All right, so this now brings up 1st and 10. Oh, sorry, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. All right, so Raiders coming out of a trips formation.
keep an eye on the left side of the field.
So they have been baiting. They've been baiting the trip side for the entire game, and like
Mitch Sawyer, you got
that's true. You've got Mitch Sawyer, solo receiver backside.
yeah, no, double covered, and they've gone to him anyhow.
Oh, and almost caught for another touchdown. Right read, just dropped by the last second. Comes to 3rd and 10 now. Once again, Ramby, really good pick. You know, being able to pick that the Hazlitt and Sawyer connection.
He's they line him up everywhere. He's had most of his success inside, running up the seam. But once we get down to the goal line, he remains target number 1, I guess. But,
Oh, yes.
But always interesting to kind of watch where he goes because he is generally the first read.
All right, so this brings up 3rd and 10, 2x2 set. All right, and Clark, bit of trouble.
A little bit jumpy. You got to watch for a hold.
And it looks like there is a flag that has been thrown. Oh.
And this will go to Sawyer. No.
All right, so that brings up 4th and 10.
Doesn't there was a flag on the field there. It's just
I believe it looked like there might have been one thrown, but
with these slow developing, you know, when you run around like that,
there's only
you can put your tackles in jeopardy a bit sometimes.
Unfortunately, that is true. And look, speaking as an offensive lineman, I've had the pleasure of being on the receiving side of that, as well as just saying I wasn't holding him, but I was. So I think the Raiders managed to dodge a bullet on that one. So it now brings up 4th and 10. So again, 3 receivers to the left, lone receiver to the right. Drops back. And
that's a
touchdown! UNSW Raiders. Do I need to say more? That was to Mr. Rustrum Todd. Very well executed play.
Good separation on that. Unsure with the depth as to whether we're talking slant or post, but in any case, Rusty using his speed, able to pull that in. Good touchdown.
All right, so now that brings up the score 38-6. Raiders going to go for a PAT, the 2-point conversion.
I don't think we've seen a kick attempt for an extra point this whole game, have we, Tom?
I believe not, no. From either side, actually. So we have 3 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the backside. All right, Hazlitt looking backside, and 2-point conversion is good.
Raiders will be
40-6. So now, because we are leading by 35 points, pretty close to, I would say, so 40-6, that would probably mean that we have a running clock. Actually, no, sorry, apologies. We would only need 1 more point, and then we'd be a running clock.
Start to see some of the depth start to filter in a little bit more for the Raiders.
Absolutely. So now being able to see some of those second string players and third string players get some reps, that's what you want. So again, another great series by the offense being able to drive that, but that all came back from the 2 fumble recoveries from the defense. We just had a namaste from Michael Whiteman. Rusty getting ready for the kick. All right, and he's put everything behind that.
Massive kick.
And again, touchback. This man can do everything. He can catch, he can run, he can throw, he can kick, he can model. It's just fantastic.
He can do those things.
And we've seen him do it multiple times. So now, Sydney Uni starting on their 20-yard line, coming out. I mean, again, is there anything that Rusty cannot do for this team? All right, Raiders coming out of their 4-2 defense. Sydney Uni coming out. And it looks like they're going to be coming in with their heavy run package. Oh, an extremely heavy run package. They got. Okay, here we go.
They are running the ball well.
And
Bit of a jump pass there.
oh. So just hit the fingers. But again, I also feel that the receivers, in particular, especially with the outside linebackers, I feel that the Sydney Uni receivers are peeking a little bit to see if there's going to be anyone trying to hit them in their zone, which then slows down the route.
Correct. If I'm Raiders, I'm probably I'm looking past first on every down. I think you'd probably be right with some of these inside runs, but ultimately, Uni needs to prove they can throw the ball. Oh, we've got a helmet off.
And that was a great defensive stop. And that looks like that was from Quincy. He's got to come off for a play because his helmet came off.
He was straight onto that.
And that was, again, really good outside containment, really well and really good flow to the ball as well. Little fun fact, Quincy's dad actually played in the New Zealand League back in the 80s and 90s.
Did he really?
He did too.
Athletes everywhere.
Absolutely. Brings up 3rd down. Oh, bit of a scramble. Oh, just overthrown.
See, the play action, I think the threat of play action at this point, if looking at 40-6, I think you'd gladly give up some runs. Ultimately, you might rush your 3 or 4 and drop everybody else back.
Yeah, absolutely. That was also a really good play action by Giff himself. So now it looks like they're bringing out the punt unit. Oh, and it looks like they've got a bit of pressure. And Michael Whiteman. Oh, good tackle.
Strong tackling there from Sydney Uni.
We've got number 2, Mr. Matt Hole, saying that he had a lane behind him. I mean, he's not mad. I think he was just a little bit disappointed. But still, solid return from Michael Whiteman. So he was probably in warrior pose while he was catching that. Brings up first and 10 for the UNSW Raiders.
Talk to me about the warrior pose, Tommy.
It's a stance that a warrior stands in. I did one lesson of Pilates, and that's all I took away from it. Here we go. Raiders coming out of a 2x2 set. First down. All right. Oh, it looks like a little bubble pass. And that is a good catch by Mitch Sawyer. And it probably looks like it's going to be a first down.
It's going to be close.
What are they calling?
The refs are going to call it short.
Oh, okay. They are just calling it short. Oh, actually, hang on. There is... No, unfortunately, it looks like the penalty's coming back. So it looked like...
This is an officious crew.
This looks like it might have been illegal use of the hands, maybe. Apologies, I couldn't see what Dave Schneider Schneider. Wow, try and say that 5 times fast. So it looks like it's going to be a replay of down, bringing up first and about 15. First and about 17, sorry. So not quite sure, but hopefully Raiders can replicate again. Ooh,
Some vicious hits from the lines there.
a little bit of a short game, so a bit of a jet sweep there. All right, so that brings up second and 15. All right, so we have a bit of personnel changing around on the field. Some very colourful sirens in the background there. Alright, here we go. So dropping back. Oh, he was wide open. He's got some room. And another fantastic first down caught by Michael Whiteman.
Able to evade the first guy. Tacked on an extra 20 yards. Strong play.
And again, that was a solid child's pose as well. So, you know.
Lions rushing 3. They dropped everybody else back, so good result for the Raiders despite that.
Really great protection. Ooh.
Watch the ball there.
Oh, it looks like it might have been false start. Oh, no, actually, apologies. He was saying there was an eligible player downfield, which means that must have been, there were more than 4 people on the line. So for those watching at home, you have to have a minimum of 4 people in the backfield. And unfortunately, it looked like it might have not had 4. So that brings up first and 15.
Raiders call timeout.
So again, you know, a lot of these calls from these officials have, you know, they take their time and they make sure that they get everything out that they need to. And again, you know, because they can see things that we can't see. With those particular ones on, you know, the players not being in the backfield, you know, again, that is something that they're able to see that we can't see from our angle.
Also on this crew, shout out to former Raider Nater.
Good old Nathan Wakefield. Who actually, funnily enough, was my coach when I first started with the Raiders. I was 13, 14 when I first started with the Raiders. He was my coach. He brought me over to the Raiders. Fun little fact.
Keep them coming, John.
All right, so I hear we have 2 minutes 16 until the fourth quarter. All right, coming out of a bunch set. Okay. Staying in that bunch set now. And it looks like it's a run. And that's a pretty good run from Mr. Rustrum Todd.
That's a win from the interior line there. Well done.
So that's a really good play, really good set on the offensive line as well. So it's now 2nd and 10. Okay, coming out with those 3 receiver sets yet again to the right. Lone 2 receivers on the left. Empty backfield for Hazlitt. Back. Oh, a scramble. Nice short yards by Michael Whiteman. Oh, and there's a flag. I have a feeling that might be on Sydney Uni. So that's a first down, but we're going to see what happens when when these penalties are assessed. So I have a feeling that it might be on Sydney Uni though, because I think one of our players was down and then they've gone in for the extra hit.
Crew conferring, making sure they get it right. Up.
And
Raiders moving back. This is against the Raiders again.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure what the explanation is there. Tommy, did you catch that?
So from the hand signal, it looks like it was a block in the back by the Raiders. So my guess is when one of the receivers, as soon as Michael Whiteman caught the ball, one of the receivers, my guess is they were probably looking at Mitch Sawyer, might have hit outside of the blocking zone.
Holding the Raiders to a high standard here. Got to keep it clean.
Absolutely. So that brings up 2nd down. All right. Oh, a bit of a low snap.
No pass rush. He's free again.
And that looks like it's going to be a new set of downs with a nice little canter from our QB1.
Conscious they're putting their guys back at the zone and rushing 3. It does definitely give him the option to get outside the tackles and gain some easy yards there.
Absolutely. And again, like we said, the last couple of years in particular, Clark has been working on a little bit more of his outside of the pocket presence as well. Traditionally, when he played his high school ball and his college ball, he was a pocket present quarterback. But the last few years, he wanted to keep expanding on that too. So that brings up a fresh set of downs, and it looks like it's 1st and goal.
Expect a run here.
Hazlitt dropping back. Oh, and just dropped.
Might play anticipation again. That was in the vicinity.
And, okay, that looks like there is a penalty on the defense. So it looks like there was encroachment, which brings them half distance to the goal line. So it's still 1st down. So it's just moved us slightly closer to punching it in. Okay. So once again, you've got Mitch Sawyer on the backside by himself. Oh, and that looks like it's going to be a delay game. Oh, no. That looks like it's a dead ball foul. on the defense.
Something's been said out there.
Yep, someone said, goodness gracious me, woe is you, how dare you, sir, good day. And that has now just cost Uni another penalty, which brings us, again, half distance, so we're now on first in inches, I would say.
Uni won't be happy with that. That's typically the type of penalty you don't see from them.
Absolutely, and those type of penalties, those are coach killers. All right, Hasler taking his time. Oh, he sees something, makes a quick change. And, oh,
That run is stuffed.
that was a great read by the defensive line. They saw it coming a mile away, unfortunately. All right, so that brings up second down, and it's still second and goal.
We've got to be coming to the end of the third, surely.
Oh, how's that for timing? End of the third quarter, Remy Coleman.
Bound to get one right eventually.
So we're coming into the start of the fourth quarter, and this is where usually the Raiders excel extremely coming into the fourth quarter.
I think it's going to be important for both teams to keep a lid on it. As we know, this is huge rivalry. Lot of passion on both sidelines. I think making sure that the discipline isn't lost is again going to be key into this fourth. And we're seeing it still impacting the Raiders. A lot of flags on that drive.
Absolutely.
Behind this current drive.
But I think we're also starting to see that both sides, like you said, they need to keep their composure, keep their heads calm. We're starting to see that a little bit more with our offense.
We love a passionate game. You love to see the guys out there. You love to see the hitting. Giving it that extra little bit. It's just it's the stuff that spills over after the whistle.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a lot of the stuff that doesn't need to be said, doesn't need to be acted on. And again, in the words of Coach Guy, just do better. All right, so this now brings up the start of the fourth quarter, and it is second and goal.
40-6. I'd expect to see Sydney Uni come out firing once they've got the ball.
I would say so too. I would say the fact that the run game has been working quite well with them, I would probably open up with that, try and bring down those linebackers, try and widen them out a little bit, and then try and throw over the middle. Again, that's just my old school way of thinking. I learned from Paul Manera, who is a run-first offense coordinator.
Never heard of him. No, I kid. The great point.
And also learning from the great Pete Toss as well. So Pete Toss was a very run-orientated offensive coordinator as well. So learned a lot of the single wing, a lot of the rumble stumble from Pete Toss back in the day.
Been able to list off some of the league greats here, Tommy.
Oh,
Glad we can do it.
absolutely, mate. And like I said, without those greats, we wouldn't be where we are today, especially as a club, as a sport, and as a sporting body in Gridiron, New South Wales. All right, here we go. Second and goal. And that looks like it's caught. And that is a touchdown, ladies and gentlemen. I have a feeling it was number 20, Mr. Reliable, Kingsley Dennison. All right, so that now brings up the score to 46-6. So exciting news for those watching at home, ladies and gentlemen. This now brings up the running clock because we're leading more than by 35 points. It means that it's going to be a running clock now, which means that the game will be running a little bit faster and not
Also
as much
known as the
stoppages.
mercy rule.
Exactly. And 2-point conversion is good, bringing up the score 48-6. Yeah, the mercy rule has been adapted quite a fair bit over the years. Believe it or not, when I first started playing, it was actually if a team was leading up by 50 points.
Yeah, that's the rule that I remember. Yeah.
And look, I've been on both sides of the coin. I'm sure you've been on both sides of the coin. Losing at 50-0, and it's like this, not even the second half. You're just like, it's rough. It's rough to keep that mentality, to keep playing. But I'm also glad that the game's also evolved with the mercy rule as well. So,
Agreed.
all right. So that now comes up to 48-6 with the UNSW Raiders. Rusty looking to kick it deep yet again. And so now that it's a running clock, expect this quarter to be going a lot faster. All right, another booming kick from Rusty. Oh, it's staying in. And they've got some pressure. And a great stop by UNSW.
That's strong performance on the kickoff team.
Have pinned Sydney Uni within their 10-yard line. That is a solid effort. All right. So as the defense get ready, ball is spotted. And we got 1st and 10 for Sydney Uni. Oh, a little bit of a late substitution. I think someone just forgot that they were on. All right, and it looks like, again, Sydney Uni coming out with a trip set to the right, lone receiver to the closest to the camera. And it looks like it's a run. Oh, he's got some room. Eventually brought down. And Sydney Uni look like they're going to move for tempo.
Good run by Uni. UNSW obviously looking for the pass.
All right, and again, they come out of that 2x2 set. Oh, 87 Ringo, that's one of their go-to plays. And it's another run. And a great stop by defense. And that was stopped by Quincy yet again. He is a very, very big man, very large human. So that brings up 2nd down, I do believe. I got to tell you, going up against some of these guys, they're like fridges with legs. And that's on both sides of the ball.
A lot of mass with these two lines.
All right, receiver in motion. He's looking for a deep pass. Oh, it's picked off! And touchdown Raiders! And again, that is our local celebrity, Matty Hull, number 2 in your program, number 1 in our hearts. Touchdown Raiders.
Outstanding.
So that now comes to Raiders 54, Uni 6. Wow, that was just absolutely amazing play by Matt Hull.
He looked like the primary receiver.
The fact that he was able to jump the receiver at that perfect timing, just absolutely amazing. And again, there's a reason why they call him Matty Ice Cold Hull. Too cool for school, my friend. All right, so they're going for the 2-point conversion now. Going out of the 2x2 set. All right, Hazlitt scanning, taking his time. And, oh, QB keep.
He's going to throw this away.
Oh!
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
That was a one-handed catch, ladies and
I thought
gentlemen.
he's throwing it away. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Wow.
We're going to need to see that.
That was impressive. Wow. One-handed PAT catch. I'm gonna have to say I'm hopefully it was Mitch Sawyer. That was poetry in motion.
Outstanding.
So now afterwards,
I'm sure we'll see that on the Raiders Instagram in coming days.
Absolutely, absolutely. So now brings the score to Raiders 56, Lions 6.
Yeah, good second half of the Raiders. They've really pulled away. kept it considerably tighter. Still obviously getting a few flags, but
That's a bad man.
And that was a special guest appearance by our QB, Clark Haslett. And again, like you said, Remy, the fact that we were able to just lock in, just keep going, just keep doing what we need to do, let the football talk for itself. All right, let's see if Rusty can go for another touchback. And another great kick. Oh! Oh! Bit of a drum. Oh, and a nice takedown by the defense as well. Again, Sydney Uni were able to make something out of nothing.
this looks like it's on the 20-yard line.
I believe so. It looks like it's very close to the 20-yard. So, 56-6. We're about halfway through the fourth. Running clock.
Keen to see what Sydney Uni does here. I can't predict what they're going to do here. They've had some success running the ball, but obviously points will be what they're looking to get.
Absolutely.
Given the last play I know, I'm curious to see what their play calls are.
Yeah, you would think to try and at least go for one deep attempt, I would say. You know. Here we go. And
Here we go. And again,
oh, he's got some room.
another draw play up the middle. They're running these well.
Okay. Oh, and we got a player who's down now, Sydney Uni. So, from the looks of it, I think he might have had someone land on him. And as I was saying before, we have a lot of big gentlemen, a lot of big human beings on that field, on both sides of the ball. So he's slow to get up.
Is that one of their big tackles?
It is one of their big tackles. Number 71.
Those tackles have played well. I think, look, given the athletes on both sides of the ball, we haven't seen an excessive amount of pressure on the quarterback. We haven't seen sacks. I think there's one, if I've got that right.
Absolutely. Okay, so now brings up second down. Okay. And again, they're going to look for that heavy run set yet again. And it's a nice inside zone. Oh, he's got some room. Oh, they're going to bring him down. And that was a solid gain by Sydney Uni. I think one thing that the Raiders need to do is while they're still making that swarm tackle, they need to look for the legs. You know, as my dad always says, you know, they can't run without legs.
Can't run without heads either.
This is also very true. This is also very true.
No, he's a particularly evasive, but he's running the ball well.
Absolutely. And that inside zone, that's been open for them quite a fair bit tonight as well. So, which brings up a fresh set of downs, making it first down for Sydney Uni. All right, so Raiders linebackers starting to creep up. Dropping back. Oh, that might be a bit of a hold. Oh, picked off, ladies and gentlemen. And let me see. That was, yep, you guessed it. Matty, Ice Cold Hole. I didn't come up with it. It was a nickname that he got. But again, too cool for school, my friend. And I have a feeling this drive will be the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, I think they look to run the ball, slow it down. Having said that, though, that's what we thought the last result. They continue to wear it out and hang some points. And again, this is UNSW Raiders versus Sydney Uni Lions.
Absolutely.
If there's an opportunity to put some points on your opponent,
absolutely,
it's very tempting to do that.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, and I guess that also goes to the fact that we still have our starting receivers and quarterback in play as well.
Exactly right. I know UNSW has a backup quarterback they like a lot. Thought we would have seen him
Absolutely.
To this point, but starter's still in.
All right, so it brings up second down.
Love to see a passionate 56 one day.
Absolutely, that's Mr. Ben Fraser. Love your work, Benny. All right. Clark surveying, taking his time, chewing up a bit more of that running clock. And it's another handoff. And again, just tackled out of bounds. Usually that would stop the clock, however, clock still runs because of the mercy rule that has been brought in from the last offensive series. And, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Raider Nation, that is the final whistle for the game today. Final score, Raiders 56, Uni 6. I want to thank a very special thank you to our guest commentator, Remy Coleman. Remy, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for letting me jump on the stream and talk some nonsense, Tommy.
I love it.
Always a pleasure, never a chore.
I was waiting for it. And also a big thank you to our sponsors, Coconut Productions, KK Media, Power Potential, the Lakes Hotel, Main Logistics, and Bridge Media. I'm Coach Tommy Larkin. This has been Raiders football at its best. Good night and farewell, ladies and gentlemen.
Keep pushing even though it hurts. I'm chasing what I know is true. There's nothing that I would not do. When everyone around me drops, I'm never gonna ever stop. I won't waste another minute, no, I won't. I'm a man on a mission. I'm a man on a mission. I don't need no permission. I'm a man on a mission. Take it up now, take it up. I ain't waiting and wishing. Take it up now, take it up. I got that ambition. Take it up now, take it up. I'm a man on a mission. Yeah, yeah.
freak, I'm an outcast, I'm a shadow. I stand with the lost souls, looking for a hustle. Got a pulse on the streets, I'm the one you won't look in the eye, no. Yeah, well, I guess she was headed for you down that road. And soon it's coming to take everything you know. When the monster crawls out of the sea, you're gonna need somebody like me. When your brother's got blood in the streets, you better call somebody like me. I was made in the shadows, where the light ain't allowed to go. When the line gets a little blurry, you're gonna need somebody like me. Through the smoke, through the fog, through the boneyards. When your white knight's in his grave, I'm your last call. 'Cause you're about to walk through places they don't know you. If they don't know you, it ain't safe, y'all. Yeah, well, like she was headed for you down that road. And soon it's coming to take everything you know. Yeah. When that monster crawls out of the sea, you're gonna need somebody like me. When your brother's got blood in the streets, you better call somebody like me. I was made in the shadows, where the light ain't allowed to go. When the line gets a little blurry, you're gonna need somebody like me. Better call somebody like me, 'cause you want somebody like me. When the line gets a little blurry, gonna need somebody like me. When the monster crawls out of the sea, you're gonna need somebody like me. When your brother's got blood in the streets, you better call somebody like me. I was made in the shadows, where the light ain't allowed to go. When the line gets a little blurry, we're gonna need somebody like me. Better call somebody like me, 'cause you want somebody like me. When the lines get a little blurry, we're gonna need somebody like me. Bring me danger.